Hello dear viewers, I'm Masood Iqnu. Welcome you to watch Branding Bangladesh. Branding Bangladesh is a show where we talk about different issues, especially how Bangladesh is emerging over the past few years. And we talk about the bilateral issues between the countries. Today we have invited the Ambassador of Palestine, His Excellency Yousef Ramadan. Hello Excellency, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
And we know that you are also Dean of Diplomatic Corps of the YC countries as well.
True.
So, and you were here for about 2.5 years or so.
Little bit more than
Little
that.
bit more
Little
than
bit
that.
more than that.
All right. So, how do you see Bangladesh's development over the past few years?
Growing fast, growing good, and the latest analysis says it's over 8%, the growth, which normally it's too much. But if you compare that with the hard work it's been done by the people of Bangladesh, the government of Bangladesh, I think you can compare it well.
Yes, so first of all, my question is, you have seen very closely Bangladesh, and our economy is flourishing very quickly, you see, over the past few years, and our youth has got a very right role to play. So do you have any kind of special message for the young people of the country indeed?
Without young people, country cannot flourish.
Cannot grow.
They are the main aspect of any development.
True.
And luckily, you have the majority young men and skillful, not only just young, they are skillful. And they showed before in different countries that they work in, and they've proven today that they are very much able to make a great step after step to the greater Bangladesh. They can do that. I've met many of them. I have good relation with them, direct contact with them. They are really brilliant people. They only need the support of the people behind them. And of course the government as well.
So true.
Give them the chance and see what they can do. They can do the impossible. I expect for Bangladesh to be much more than what the government expects.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. But the other question is, Bangladesh is a role model for the women empowerment in the entire world. And our Prime Minister is woman, our Speaker is woman, our Education Minister is woman, and many important positions women are playing role. So if you could say something about it.
That's the good part of it, actually. That's really a good part of it. We had to prove to the world, and Bangladesh did prove, the Muslim country have not a good name in the West related to women.
True.
That we oppress the woman is not empowered, and women have no chance to participate in the societies and in different activities and so on. When it's not true. Bangladesh has proven the opposite. Bangladesh has proven the opposite.
Example,
We have the people who's leading the country, and leading the country to the success are women in this country. So that is a proof that women can do a lot, in various fields. Bangladesh has proven that. Other different countries has proven that they are tough enough, they're strong enough, they are very much, very much responsible, because a woman is your mother, is your sister, is your wife, is your daughter.
Whatnot, yes.
So they are not only half of the community, they're more than that.
Yeah, it's very true.
More than that. And they are being given the chance in Bangladesh, and they prove themselves. They prove themselves very well. And that is not I am witnessing that, but all the foreigners and diplomats in this country are witnessing that.
Well, Mr. Ambassador, we are taking a short break. Hello, dear viewers. We are taking a short break. Coming back soon. Please stay with us. Dear viewers, you're watching Branding Bangladesh. We are talking to the Ambassador of Palestine. Yes, Ambassador. Culture is a huge bond, you know very well. In Bangladesh, you are watching very closely about the Bangladeshi culture, Bangladeshi people, and the tourism opportunities here in Bangladesh. So if you could respond about our tourism and culture about Bangladesh.
Culture, I read an article few days ago related to this issue, and I stopped for certain moment to analyze what the Honorable Prime Minister was saying when she visited the book fair.
Yeah.
She said that we have to translate more books to other languages related to our culture and tradition and so on, and literature. So we are able to show the rest of the world what kind of a country we are, what kind of a people we are. And I fully agree with that. This is something, this is a very important point which Bangladesh should work on it. I give you an example. Look at the Russian, for example. Russian culture are very famous, right?
Absolutely.
The writers and so on. Because they succeed to translate their books to all languages. And it is really interesting to read it. It is very interesting to read the culture. Otherwise, nobody speaks Russian except the Russian and some few other people. But we all know about what the Russian culture are. So translating books, I think, to other languages, important languages, English, French, Spanish, and Arabic, it's very important. This is the way how you can tell the others, tell the other nation that we are here, we also have culture, we also have a tradition, we also have literature, we also have good poem, and so on. Otherwise, people will not know anything about it. So I think Bangladesh have a little bit long way to go. They have to work harder in doing what the Honorable Prime Minister was saying.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Another question is the very burning issue now in the entire world is the coronavirus, you know. So if you could say something about it.
This is really very sad. It's extremely sad. I served in China before. I worked long time in China. I had many Chinese friends. And our sympathy, full sympathy with the Chinese people who are really fighting this deadly virus. But I'm confident that I know the Chinese people are very disciplined people. Absolutely. They listen to their government, to the instruction is being given to them. And that's why China will, I think, finally succeed and be able to contaminate this virus. I proudly also wanted to say something very important, that we have also some doctors, Palestinian doctors, are working in Wuhan city.
That's great.
Working
That's great.
And they reject to leave the city. They wanted to stay to help their Chinese doctor also.
Great news.
Yes. We have several of them, and they're doing very good job actually.
And they do not want to leave this city.
We speak to them from time to time just to make sure that they're in good condition. One of them was a good friend of mine and still is, of course, and I knew him from before. And we are really proud that we have some people are able to help the Chinese.
That's great.
So our sympathy is with the Chinese people.
Absolutely.
Our condolence to the people who lost their life, to their families. And we are confident that the Chinese government are able to contaminate and the people will be able to fight back. But I think it will take some time.
Absolutely.
Because this virus, nobody knew much about it actually. It's something new and it is very, very dangerous one.
We have huge sympathy for the Chinese nation, of course. So with this, Ambassador, let's take a short break. Dear viewers, let us take a short break. Coming back soon. Please stay with us. Dear viewers, you're watching Branding Bangladesh show. We are talking to the Ambassador of Palestine. Yes, Ambassador, now let us come to the some burning issue about Palestine. We know, after waiting almost 72 years of suffering and displacement, what benefits did this proposed deal gives to the people of Palestine?
They call it the deal of the century, where it gave more suffering actually. Gave more suffering, but at the same time, it gave us more determination and will, strong will, that we should always reject any plan which will destroy the aspiration, the national aspiration and right of the Palestinian people. No matter it comes from where, from Trump, Kushner or whoever. This deal, unfortunately, it gives the Palestinian nothing. It takes everything from the Palestinian and give it to Israel, to the occupying power, and give us nothing at all. It takes a lot from us. This does not meet the minimum of our rights and inspiration. I read actually this deal. It's a very long one. I read it and I tried to find any small positive element in it which helps me as a Palestinian. I couldn't find any. It doesn't. It's all for the benefit of Israel, nothing for my benefit.
So if you could say something, what benefit The Israel will enjoy. Yeah.
Oh, benefit, everything goes to Israel. See, this deal gives the gives Israel sovereignty over our space, sovereignty over our mineral resources. It gives Israel the security for all over the state of Palestine. Border, there is no border for the Palestinian with Jordan. There is no border with anybody. We are surrounded by Israel. It gives Israel the right to confiscate about 30% more from the Palestinian land and annex it to Israel. Yes. It gives Israel the power to invade Palestine at any time, at any moment, whenever they see fit. This deal gives the Palestinian no right to have an airport, no right to have a seaport, and no right to have an army. Moreover, there is a condition. Those conditions are, one of the conditions that we, the Palestinian Authority, have to demilitarize Gaza Strip completely. We have to disarm Hamas, we have to disarm Jihad, and if we do not do that, we will get nothing. Moreover, which is much more important than all, which is important than the Muslim as much as important to the Palestinian, even more to the Muslim, it gives us nothing about Jerusalem. Jerusalem will be united under Israeli sovereignty. It will be the capital of the state of Israel. And we as a Palestinian have to recognize that. We also have to recognize Israel as a Jewish state. It's all written in the deal. It's all there. It's not something hidden or invented by us. It gives Israel everything and it gives us nothing. Moreover, let me show you, if you can. This is the historical Palestine. That was Palestine in 1946. The yellow part where the Jewish used to live. And the green were Muslim and Christian Palestinian. Now this is the partition of the UN, which in 1947, which gives about 54% to Israel and 46% to the Palestinian. All the green is for the Palestinian. And then this is the 1967 border, which is all you see is shrinking, smaller and smaller. Palestine is becoming smaller. This green is the West Bank, Jerusalem, and Gaza Strip. This represents 6,000 square kilometers, which is about 22% of the historical Palestine. This is what we are claiming today, this part only, to establish our own independent state. Now, this is what Mr. Trump is giving us, and Kushner, or Trump and Netanyahu is giving us. It's archipelago, they call it. You see? It's only small place, towns and cities, and there is no connection between them. Now, the connecting, it will be connected by different roads, bridges, tunnels, and so on. And all that is controlled by Israel, not by us. And then this is the partition. This part here is the border between Jordan and Palestine. It will be confiscated and annexed to the Israeli state, this part completely. So it's nothing for us. They're giving us, they're giving us 3,500 square kilometers. You build your state on that. And this 3,500 square kilometers, if you exclude hospitals, schools, it
will occupy almost all the land.
Ministries and so on, so on, so on, so on. So the remaining sum, 7 million people has to live in. I'm not talking about the refugees. I'm talking the people who are living in Palestine. 7 million people. That means each square kilometer should acquire 2,500 people and live on it. Bangladesh, in 1,100 person can live on 1 kilometer. We in Palestine should have 2,500 people living in 1 kilometer. So we have no space for anything. No agriculture land, nothing actually. They're giving us nothing at all. I told you I tried to find any positive sense in this deal. I cannot find any. Nothing.
So my next question is, what is the benefit had in mind by Trump? announcing this deal?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is the benefit? Everybody asks this question. What is the benefit? By doing this, by imposing this deal on the Palestinian, because he said, either you take this deal or you will never have any deal in the future. So take it or you are left behind.
Yeah.
So first, he giving us the leftover by the Israeli.
Okay.
Second, by sending this deal, by giving us this deal or this choice, he's telling the world the following. There is no international community. There is no UN charter. There is no UN resolution. There is the right for power to exist.
Correct.
We dictate the policy and others should listen and obey. Otherwise, they'll be left behind. He's trying to help his friend Netanyahu to win the election because Netanyahu failed 2 times to get the majority. Now this is the 3rd time after 4 weeks he will try. So he's doing his best to protect Netanyahu from going to jail. You know, there's a corruption issue related to him, and wants him to be a prime minister again and impose his policy. It's a lesson for the rest of the world that whatever Trump says should be done. So as my foreign minister said once, that if you are a friend to Trump's, you can do anything you like and the rest has to obey. You can grab a land from your neighbors, annex it to yours.
Yeah, true. My next question is the Arab world and the Muslim Ummah doing enough for, support enough to your country?
We don't ask for much from the Arab and the Muslims. We really don't ask much. What we ask from the Arabs and the Muslims is, we don't want your weapon, we don't want your tanks, we don't want your plane, we don't want you to fight for us, we don't want any sacrifices. All we need is stay behind us, support us even by words. Say, we support you, the Palestinians.
True.
Accept what we accept and reject what we reject. That's all we need from the Arab and we need from the Muslim. We also need one extra thing. Please, if you don't want to support us, do not stab us from the back. This is issue, it's a very important issue. But lately, they showed that they have done good job. They rejected the plan and they stood behind Palestine. The majority of them, especially the Muslims, as well as the Arabs.
So true. And how do you see the pictures, basically?
I see always the future good. I will always see bright future. This is what the Palestinians are. We inherited this from our father and we will pass on to our children. That future always will be with us. Because we are the patient. Inna Allah ma'as sabirin.
Allah is kind.
And God will always be with the patient, and we will always be patient, and we will always sacrifice whatever.
Absolutely.
We have to sacrifice for the sake of not only the Palestinian, for sake of humanity.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for coming, and hope to continue support each other. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Dear viewers, you are watching Branding Bangladesh. We are talking to the Ambassador of Palestine. He talked many different issues, about Palestine issues, about Bangladesh issues, over the past few years, how Bangladesh is rapidly growing, about our economy, about our women development, about our youth development, and a lot of other issues he actually explained with this very short stipulated time. Thank you, viewers, for watching Branding Bangladesh. We welcome you to watch another show. Thank you so much once again.